On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Disingenuous.
No, let me finish my point. Why you overtalk me when you start losing? Give me a second.
How is it disingenuous?
You shared a link. I went to your link. I referenced it, and now I'm adding context.
You, Anton,
what you tried to use in order to try to
Anton, a person that's not a scientist. You are here saying, well, if you just don't count what the scientist said, I'm right. That's come on, man. You're better than this.
Okay, cool. So now that you're done talking, can I please have a moment to talk?
No, because it's wrong. And you are trying to say that the Pew Research Center and that them counting certain things as STEM, even though you, Anton, who are you, doesn't think the things are STEM.
Hey, Anton, as long as you disagreeing with her, you ain't gonna be able to talk.
No,
it's healthcare job.
It's not disagreeing with me. It's disagreeing with what the statistics say.
But Courtney, your stepdad is making more money, and because
who said that?
Okay, never mind.
I mean, no one said that. So, and again, it's going to be a benefit because they both work to have two incomes, but one. Meaning, again, we can do anecdotal, which we do all the time. But what I'm saying to answer the question is, I'm getting out of my life, get out of yours, look at it completely. What the stats show. And I can't debate a stat.
Come on, Courtney. I can't believe you're doing this to me.
Thank you, Courtney.
I am.
I can't believe you're trying to do this to me, Courtney.
You want me to debate a fact?
That's what you want me to do? But the context, the context makes that fact. It's just like the context that we had for the fact that Kay wanted to give us this crazy stat.
Look, let's not do this. Courtney, you're right. You're right.
Do what?
We talked about this before. Were you here when it was Trill and me and Trill were going back and forth about this? And then he was like, and I said, I will send you all these things on IG. And I did.
You know what the craziest part about this thing is, Courtney? You know what the crazy part about this conversation
I just want everyone to notice that whenever an activist is said, people take it to some random thing about the person or a story from the past or whatever.
Okay, you do the same thing. You ask us personal
questions. Yeah,
exactly. So you're doing it right now.
Hey, are you acting like a child doing that?
This was a tag team, though. Hey, out of nothing tonight.
And I also have a question for Rio. I have a question for Rio too. But Kay, you do that too because you ask us questions but don't answer questions. So back to King Rio. King Rio, you said something. But King Rio, you said something. You said your daughter, with or without a man, will be able to grind and take care of her own because she will have that drive her mama has with or without me. So are you, in my mind, hearing that? It's like you want to raise a woman that says, oh, I don't need a man for nothing. I can grind and make my own money. When you said that, is that kind of along the lines you meant? Like, because I got like that independent woman type of thing. These women nowadays are like, I make money, I don't need a man for nothing.
So let me put this in the context, Q. For me, and it's just speaking of my experience, I want her to be with a person that she wants. I'm not saying be with a nigga don't bring nothing to the table, but I want her to be with somebody that she wants. We talk about this on King Talk too. Like, be with somebody that you like. At the end of the day, you will have a happier life if you're with someone that you genuinely just like and they like you back. You know what I mean? And that's the reality. And everybody's not going to end up with one. Even everybody looking for the right shit isn't going to end up with one either. They're just not. You know what I mean? So hopefully we're blessed enough, right, to find somebody who we like and also checks off the boxes, whether it be a wife or whether it be as a woman looking for a husband. But the reason why I speak from these types of experiences is because this is what I've experienced. For instance, my mother, like you mentioned, you had somebody about their parents. My mother, I seen her go from very little to nothing to obtaining a PhD. She's an educator. She's a consultant. She gets to her bag. Okay. There's nothing that my dad, and once again, they married very like I was practically grown by the time they got married, but either way, and he gets to his too. There's nothing that he's going to be able to say in way of leadership to sit her ass down. She gets to it. And she does it on her own initiative. She has her own goals and own ideas about things when it comes to her career, period. Obviously, that works for them. Let me also say this. She is very organized and she is very good at taking care of her home. You never walk into her house and it's a mess. You'll never find out that they're in debt, people's, or she's not paying bills and making sure that, things are organized around there. Is where, in a way of him, he also, whatever he needs to do in order to make her feel secure in having a husband. So with that being said, there's not a one shoe fits all. There are certain things that work for different people. And I think that we have to know what it is. There's an echo. I think that we have to know what it is that we personally like, and not give people this cookie cutter ideal about how things are supposed to be, because we may miss out on really, really good people, really good companions. There's a certain lifestyle that people who have, that power couples, as they mentioned, not saying you can't be a homemaker and be a power couple, but there's a certain lifestyle that power couples that are both out there in the world doing what it is that they were purposed to do can have. I don't know who pays what in their household. That's none of my concern. Why do I care? What I do know is that they both get to it and that works for them. So if I like that, because that's what I personally am accustomed to, or if that's what I admire, you can't tell me I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell a person what to look for.
Yes, you can. And that
Or you
attitude
can
right
tell it.
there,
You can
that
tell them.
attitude right there is why we're in the shithole, because we worried about
We
liking
aren't.
and all
Wait,
that.
wait a second. Wait, speak for
This
yourself.
is the link.
I personally am not in the shithole, so that's the thing. Speak for yourself.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
please.
I'm in the shithole.
So this is the article that Kay sent us, right? If you look in the article, it literally breaks down and why Kay's argument is so disingenuous. It says women earn 53% of STEM degrees, college STEM degrees in 2018, smaller than 58% of share of all college degrees, right? On the outside, it would seem like this makes sense. When you look at this Pew Research study, what it's showing you is that it also includes health-related jobs.
Because those are STEM.
Wait, let me finish.
Because those
For
are
instance,
STEM.
women earn 85% of bachelor's degrees in
So take
health-related
out those ones. Why?
health-related fields,
So
but just 22% in engineering
oh my
and
goodness,
19%
Anton, you're
in
doing
computer science. Bro, can I finish what my argument is?
Read it. You're doing a lot,
85% of bachelor's degrees in health-related fields, but just 22% in engineering, 19% in computer science as of 2018, which is what this is referencing. If you go down into the clusters of women in specific fields, they are not going into engineering. They are not going into information technology. They're going into health-related jobs, which they also include in this study as a result of highlighting STEM.
Oh,
and that's why it's overly. That's why it seems like
the Pew Research counts them as STEM, but you don't. So we should listen to you. Okay. You're the authority.
Ma'am, your argument was disingenuous, and this is why I said I was going. No, let me finish my point. Why do you overtalk me when you start losing? Give me a second.
How is it disingenuous?
You shared a link. I went to your link. I referenced it, and now I'm adding context.
Anton,
what you tried to use in order to
Anton, a person that's not a scientist. You are here saying, well, if you just don't count what the scientist said, I'm right. That's come on, man. You're better than this.
Okay, cool. So now that you're done talking, can I please have a moment to talk?
No, because it's wrong. And you are trying to say that the Pew Research Center and that them counting certain things as STEM, even though you, Anton, which who are you, doesn't think the things are STEM.
Hey, Anton, as long as you disagree with her, you ain't gonna be able to talk.
No,
it's healthcare jobs.
It's not disagreeing with me. It's disagreeing with what the statistics say.